like say I'm being entertained. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I was locked up, there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
And the first time I really like sat and read the Bible was when I was locked up too.
Yeah.
Like when I was in a 2-man cell, I got a Bible.
Yeah.
And I started reading Psalms. So my bunkie, older dude at the bottom bunk, he used to tell me, you know what I'm saying, like he'll read like old westerns.
Yeah.
He's like, hey bro, it's playing like a movie in my head. I'm like, yeah, because you locked up in this room with me for 20 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you feel like that. So I grabbed the Bible and I started reading Psalms, and I was like, yo, my nigga, it's really playing in my head like a movie. So now I'm grabbing everything to read, you know what I'm saying? So I'm grabbing these joints. I forgot the writer name.
400 feet.
I forgot the writer name now. But what's that joint on Amazon? Anyway, like
Napoleon Hill or something, or
no,
Okay.
he writing like stories where like you can turn into a TV show.
okay.
So I'm reading them joints, you know what I'm saying, about like mysteries and whatever.
R.L.
Turn
Stein.
right onto C Street Northeast.
But like they're playing out like a movie in my head, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I didn't know this is a real thing.
Yeah.
So then when I came home and I'm reading The Richest Man in Babylon, the audiobook, and it's, you know what I'm saying, like they have characters and everything.
Yeah.
It was really a movie in my head. I'm like, oh yeah. Like this reading thing is actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
But prior to
Turn
that,
left onto 14th Street
if it's not
Northeast.
teaching me something, bro, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
I ain't just sitting there reading just to be reading. Like I just never did that, which ain't really cool because you don't have some. You know what I'm saying, I tell my kids all the time too. They keep saying niggas a cuss word, which I'm like, yeah, it is what I'm saying. But I always tell them, it's like you want to hide something from the nigga, put it in the book. I mean, the information out there, we just ain't gonna get it half the time, or just don't even know where to look for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Turn left onto
So,
14th Street
yeah.
Northeast.
So, Rich Man of Babylon, that's the one that's your favorite book or the best book you've read since you've taken a new liking to literature?
Nah, I can't tell you what the best one is, but I like I read The Richest Man in Babylon once a year,
Okay.
just to keep it in the forefront of my mind.
Yeah.
Because like the principle of saving and investing and all of that.
Yeah.
I read that joint once a year at least. But when I first started getting into investing, the first
Just
joint I
wasn't
read,
turn left.
I be doing some bull. Promise you I do.
In 900 feet, turn
Um,
left.
This is a one way. There's no one way. I'm going out here.
Yeah, you're not
It is
answering.
a one way. Damn. Oh, me would have took it. I promise you I would. So anyhow, actually really 6 minutes away. The first joint I read was Rich Dad Poor Dad,
Yeah.
and it gave me a full understanding of investing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then right after that, I read,
Turn left
Richest Man
onto
in
12th
Babylon.
Place Northeast.
and then I jumped off the cliff
Yeah.
and just started trying, making mistakes and learning.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Constitution Avenue.
Now, Rich Dad Poor Dad definitely is one of the ones where it just, I love how it shows us sometimes we be trapped in our own thoughts.
Yep. I wanted to say it to the kids, but
Turn
I
left
didn't want to say it to them because they were so young, like in the
Yeah.
3rd grade.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say, bro, you ain't gotta go to college to be successful.
Yeah.
You just have to think.
Yeah.
Whatever you're going into, be the best at it. Like
Yeah.
whatever that trade is, be the
Turn
best
right
at it.
onto 14th Street Northeast.
Like I got homeboys that got HVAC companies.
Yeah.
It's not a sexy business. You know what I'm saying? Like another homeboy's a plumber. It's not a sexy business, but they making real money. You hear me?
Yeah.
They smoking it. But I ain't want to share that with them because they in the 3rd grade. They be like, man, I'm done with school.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to explain that to my daughter the other day. She said, I don't want to go to college. I just want to celebrate with my family the rest of my life. And I laughed, knowing like, okay, she's 7. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you don't want to go to school. I get that. But I think what I told her is like more important is like, okay, what do you want to be? What's your plan? Because I'm not gonna force you to go to college, but you're gonna have to do something that you're gonna have to learn how to work for it. And she said she wanted to do hair and nails. I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna get you the necessary tools to start practicing, and you're gonna learn it. And this year we're gonna start her lemonade stand because she also wanted to do that. And I'm like, I'm gonna teach her how to do the inventory, how to do the cost of goods, how to do the ROI,
Turn
You know,
right
you
onto
teach her the
14th
difference
Street
between,
Northeast.
you know, net and gross, and, you know, start her in her business journey. Where it's like, okay, yeah, you don't have to go to school, but you still got to learn.
Or even at this young age, have her do it and see if she still love it. Because that's one of the things they asked me when I was talking to Shorty class. Shorty, as in Logan, my daughter. The kids asked, "Is this what I always wanted to do since I was a kid?" I was like, "No. I wanted to be a doctor."
Did you tell him I wanted to sell drugs?
I never wanted to sell drugs though. You know what I'm saying? Like as a kid, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be a lawyer or a doctor. I definitely didn't want to be a police officer.
Okay.
I'm saying I wanted to be a lawyer or a doctor. Like, bro, really and truly, no one around me in my family before me was selling drugs.
All right, so tell me where we're at right now.
We are on.
Not the street. You don't got to give me the specific location.
No. I mean, I give you the street. We're on A Street Southeast.
Okay.
I want to say this is over here by East Capitol. It's a really good neighborhood in DC, and it's a 4-unit building that we're doing a full gut renovation on.
Okay.
We started it. We actually should have been done this project the end of last month, but it's been there was a holdup of when we did the inspections. There were 2 plans done, one plan with sprinkler system and another without sprinkler, and the inspector forced us to have the sprinkler system done. So the company did the sprinkler system and just finished up yesterday.
Yeah.
So we were able to do our final inspection before we can close the walls up. So we're about to start closing the walls up and try to have this project done in the next 30 days or less.
What's the importance of redesigning and reconstructing something with the architect's help?
I mean, they have the software and the know-how, so it's easier sometimes, but also in DC, you have to have a plan. You have to have an architectural drawing and plans, because when they come out to do inspections, they're following every letter to the T of what's on your drawings and your plans. If you change something, you have to have it stamped and signed off on, or you have to change it back to whatever's originally on the plan.
Wow.
In Baltimore, they kind of do, but not as much as like DC. So like most of my projects, I don't use an architect. I just go and redesign it, run everything properly, have it inspected, pass, keep moving.
And those are Baltimore properties, you're saying?
Yes, DC, not so much.
Okay.
And I mean, yeah, I'm doing the same size projects, so I can't even say it's the size of the project. I think it's just the area. One thing my boy knows, he knows electrical.
Yeah.
2 apartments upstairs.
She had 2 apartments on the main floor, 2 apartments downstairs?
Upstairs.
Yeah, this looks like
Come on in.
Greg I know.
Yeah.
This is where you thrive right here.
Oh, that's nice. So this is the kitchen now. Where's the kitchen before? Oh, the kitchen's in the back. So this is not a kitchen. So this is gonna be an island sink, dishwasher, cabinet, and then refrigerator, stove, cabinets in the middle, cabinets at the top. Remove the panel box here. The bathroom is here now. The bathroom was there. So the bathroom used to be here, that's what it is. Bathroom's here, we moved the bathroom here now. Then we added a spot for the washer, dryer, stackable.
Okay.
And so all units will have standing showers. Now this used to be the living room, now it's a bedroom. The living room's not in front of the house. So it's bedroom number 1, closet. And bedroom number 2. This used to be the kitchen.
Okay. And this is why you needed the architecture.
Yeah.
Okay. And over here, behind this wall, this is a second unit?
Yes.
Wow.
All our little spots. You just be able to squeeze in right here. Right there.
So
So now this is the living area
yeah.
and kitchen at the house.
Okay.
And the upstairs unit is designed differently. So let's go upstairs. I'll show you that.
Yes, sir.
To another half room. This is what's up, my brother. That's Andre.
What's up,
Got you
man?
right off guard. One half of ACA. Yeah. We gotta go upstairs.
Love that hat, man. I'm a Mavericks fan myself. Yes, sir. Pleasure to meet you again, brother.
So this one now is not different. When you first walk into the unit,
Okay.
the bathroom's here.
Okay.
The bathrooms upstairs are a little bigger than the ones downstairs, to be honest.
How many square feet is this unit?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'll
Okay.
find out and let you know. This is the bedroom. So this was the holdup. We had to wait to get all the sprinklers ran and the sprinkler system in.
Gotcha.
So bedroom, bathroom. And then now this is the living area and kitchen. So living, washer dryer stack, then the kitchen will be here.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So this is not gonna have an island, I assume.
No, no island. It's just this is gonna be a galley kitchen. So
Okay.
dishwasher,
Yeah.
sink, cabinets, stove, refrigerator. Exact same on the other side as well.
Okay.
And then this that used to be the kitchen is now another bedroom as well. Same thing as downstairs.
Gotcha.
So we have two bedrooms in the back upstairs. I mean, bedroom in the back, bedroom in the front. And then downstairs is bedroom, kitchen and living.
Okay. So is this a private management company or is this publicly owned or
No, well, this is property owned.
Okay.
This is owned by a husband and wife.
Okay.
And they asked us to come in and we did a full gut. We reframed everything, put a new roof on, all the plumbing, electrical, HVAC. We did all of it.
Got you. Was it their decision or your decision to expand and create more bedrooms?
No, theirs.
Okay.
They do their thing and they tell us what we want. We charge them a fee and we get it done.
Gotcha. When they bought the project, they saw problems or things that they wanted to change and fix.
Right.
What solutions are you guys implementing to make sure that they're satisfied? Let's say it that way.
The quality of work.
The quality of work?
Yeah.
Okay.
The quality of work, like standing on what we said. We said we're going to be done by a certain time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so we hit all our goals.
Okay.
And I mean, once you're hitting your goals, then we're staying on track. Once you're staying on track, it's not costing them no extra money.
Okay.
You finish on time.
So,
On time and on budget.
yeah, similar to the electrical panel outside, are there any new features that you all are implementing to enhance the quality of this home?
So we upgraded the electrical, we upgraded the plumbing,
Yes.
we added HVAC because it didn't have the HVAC.
When you say upgraded plumbing, you know,
So everything-
plumbing for dummies. What is how do you upgrade
All
a
of this
plumbing
is all
system?
brand new.
Okay.
So like the plumbing system is all brand new.
Okay.
And we made sure we vented everything properly so that the water flows. how
Yeah.
it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Everything's tied into what it needs to be tied into. So like these main drain, this is the vent. But the vent is connected, but the vent is connected to the main drain.
Yeah.
So that it flows. So like, you know, if you fill a sink.
Yes.
And it's not plugged, but it's like, bloop, 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 bloop. It's not venting properly.
Okay.
So the air's coming in and pushing the water down.
Okay.
So make sure everything's done properly. The right size, vents, pipes and all that.
So now you're gonna have me at home like, oh yeah, babe, we need to change the ventilation of the plumbing.
Yeah, that's different. I got to open up walls and do a whole bunch of BS. But yeah.
Cause I definitely heard that sound before. I definitely understand what that is. Okay, so you upgraded the plumbing, upgraded the electrical.
And then we add air conditioning.
What was the process of upgrading the electrical? Can you
Running all
explain?
new wires. So all of this is all new.
Okay.
It's all new wires. So, you know, it's just running all the wires and then running it all back.
Okay.
to The meter box. But that's a Drake question.
That's a Drake question. Gotcha.
Drake gave them this fancy new electrical panel. So it's like white,
Okay.
so like it looks super modern.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's a Drake question.
Okay.
I ain't gonna act like electrical, like that ain't my thing. Not even close.
Gotcha. Okay, so specifically, can you highlight your role in this project here?
You see this foot? I put this foot to ass. But I help manage. I manage the guys. Like we both manage the guys. So
Okay.
we both play a vital role. He deals with all the electrical side of it. I deal with the construction, framing, but then he'll come back behind me and look and make sure it's all done properly.
Yes.
Because sometimes I miss things, he'll catch it.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about 4 or 5 different things. I mean, we make a great team. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay.
We make a great team.
And do you all plan on having workers in here this week?
Next week.
Next week?
Well, we have to do our framing inspection, finish our framing inspection, and then they have to come inspect the sprinklers. And once that's done, then we can start closing the walls out.
Okay. So as someone ignorant to the facts of how you construct the home,
New windows too.
okay, new windows too, noted.
All the windows in it.
My concern with these units being so close and identical, how do you make sure you can't hear me arguing next door?
Oh, so when we go to insulate, go to drywall, we're gonna insulate all the walls.
Okay.
Yeah. So this won't get it, but all the apartments downstairs, the roofs,
Okay.
the ceilings will be insulated, and all the party walls, which are the joined walls, they'll be
Yeah.
insulated as well. with
Party
some
walls. Okay. Noted.
soundproofing material. So
Soundproofing material as well?
yeah. So I mean, like that's what it is. So it's not insulation.
Not like studio grade soundproofing,
No,
but
no,
okay.
But not far off.
Okay.
So it's like wool. So the insulation looks like wool.
Okay.
It doesn't look like regular itchy insulation.
Okay.
Between the walls.
And this project didn't have any asbestos or anything like that, did it? Okay.
Other than that, I'm sure the back.
It's beautiful.
So we're gonna paint the railings.
Okay, yeah, I was about to ask what decor.
Yeah, so we're gonna paint all the back in the back. The bricks in the back are gonna get painted.
Okay.
The ceiling's getting painted. All of this, like it's all gonna be painted look brand new. Looks similar to that actually.
Noted. Any landscape work? Will you all be doing any of that?
No, if they want us to, we will, but it's not a part of the scope of work.
Okay.
But we can do landscape as well.
Okay.
There's really nothing we can't do.
Nothing you can't do. Okay. All things through Christ. I understand.
Yeah. Then we gotta come out one of these days and clean it up. But trust me, I know what you mean. They did a good job with this. So, did you know that?
Then they mailbox.
Huh?
You got the mailbox.
Oh, I was wondering what was right there. Yes, so we just gotta put it somewhere else.
Yeah, ain't really no.
I mean, so what we can do is just buy one of the bigger mailboxes, 4 joints,
Come up front.
and just put it out front. You know what I'm saying? Just put it in the dirt. Did you know plumbing pipes got dates on them?
Yeah.
So I learned that on my first project in Baltimore because we were trying to skirt around inspection, and we said we got to stop work order. So I forgot who told me. Either the inspector, I think the inspector accidentally said it because we scheduled for him to come out. And he was like, yeah, you know, if we see any pipes with the current date on it, and you don't have a plumbing permit, then we're gonna ding you for that, whatever. I had that nigga Steph get the sprayer. It's a white paint. Everything white because all the pipes are replaced. We learned our lesson.
All the CPV shit. Where's the date?
I don't see the date on this one, but the white ones, all the white pipes, they have the date on them.
The white.
Yeah, like the manufacturer date.
Manufacturer date.
Yeah. I see why he asked how thick the drywall is. I guess it would sit flush enough for the joint for the sprinkler.
Yeah, like for the heads. This is the heads, yeah.
What's on your man for now? Yeah, there you go. And you can't scratch it out because all the other words are there. So if it's white, we just paint all that white.
I'm wondering if they got a sale by. I mean, because this is, we
can't
bought
have a
it
sale.
roughly around this time. Like, that's.
I don't think you can have a sell by because then you have to tell your
Well,
walls down
no,
and shit.
right, no, but I'm saying because if they're dating it, like, and then it's coming off the shelf, like, right after it's being made, unless they just turn this, that supply chain is just that efficient.
This floor dip right here.
I felt that too.
So it used to be a hole right here. It used to be, so the old house had, if this was a window, it goes like this. But you know, when we put the what's the name down, it's not gonna matter because you come back up on the other end. This was a window. Yeah, no, that was the window was here. Yeah, the window was right here, and it had like a little door,
Yeah.
and it had a chase that went all the way up with a skylight, which was just a waste of space. And skylights be leaking. Like when I buy houses, I get rid of skylights because I'm gonna hold it for a number of years.
Yeah.
And at some point it may leak.
Okay.
So I just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good watch.
The rail was right there.
Yeah, but I mean it'll be above. So all we do is move this to right here. Put this on that wall. And then just cut the cavity and just put a mailbox back in there. He said that, I mean, Manny would know. He said he capped it off, so I'm guessing it's right there. I don't know. He said, our plumber, he said they cap it off. No, they. He said they cap it off, and then our plumber will attach the water to it. So I'm guessing it's right there. And these are all their air conditioning lines.
So when did you all start this project here?
I don't remember. Hey, Dre, when we started this, was it February? Or before March? Yeah, I thought it was March. I feel like it was March. We started
March
March
10th.
What's the expected end date on this, Dre?
We got delayed. We got set back. We should have been done by now. We got set back because the inspector, because it was a Category 3 demolition.
Meaning what?
So initially, the architect developed the plans and he just advised us to be do a partial demo, you know, and adjust as needed. But as we started to open the walls up, there's a lot of deterioration, you know, a lot of dry rot, a lot of rotted wood.
Okay.
So we had to go in, you know, get it up to code and replace everything that needed to be replaced, which ended up being everything. So Category 3 is a full gut.
Okay.
So because we went beyond the original scope of work and did a full gut, the city requires that, the code requires that we put a sprinkler system in.
Okay.
So here we are. We got set back like a month.
A little over, yeah. A little over a month.
So we're looking at we should be out of here within another 30 days.
And it's going to be fully furnished, turnkey, ready.
Yeah.
Wow. In 30 days.
Yeah.
Y'all stay tuned.
Small things to a giant, man. What you talking about? 30 days. Easy.
Hey, I'm a consumer, so I don't see it. How you guys visualize it?
The more you hang around, you're gonna see it.
And that it's exciting to see that,
You know what
though.
I'm saying? Like it's gonna be like the Matrix. It's gonna all make sense.
So what's your role? Dre, tell us a little bit about what you do specifically.
Well, I'm kind of like a GM. I deal with a lot of the field aspects. You know, I'm a master electrician, so that's my specialty.
Yes, sir.
But you know, I manage the guys out in the field. I bounce from job to job. You know, quality control.
Yes, sir.
Make sure we're in compliance. Deal with all the inspections. You know, pretty much. You know, performing, if you will. And I just keep things moving, man, in a timely fashion. But we're a new company, so I got a lot of hats.
Okay. Yeah, I see your son there. You got your son working with you. Did you start construction early in life like that as well, or what led you here?
Yeah, actually, I did. I ain't gonna tell you how old I am, but I mean,
Okay.
I've been doing this. I've been in the industry for about 27 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what led you to electrician? What was that like?
Well, that's where I started.
Okay.
Actually, I had an infatuation with. I wanted to understand as a kid how electricity worked.
Yeah.
And it just so happened I didn't even intentionally pursue it. As I got older, I had an opportunity to get into what you call retrofitting.
Okay.
The EPA had made some changes that required that these particular type of ballasts, which is a transformer that exists in halogen lights,
Yeah.
they all be changed out because they had cancer causing agents, something like the asbestos
and stuff like
the
that.
lead
Okay.
issues. So in the late 90s, the EPA passed that law So there was a big wave, and we had to change out all the ballots in all of these commercial areas, all these government buildings.
Yes.
And I had got the opportunity to get into the electrical trade. And once I got in there, and I said, well, I want to go to school. I want to learn more. And
Okay.
so then I went to MC Dean. They sent me to school,
Okay.
and it was off to the races.
Yeah.
I learned electrical craft. But doing that electrical work, you're in here with all the other trades.
Yeah.
So you kind of absorb, you soak up the game.
Yeah.
You're watching the plumbers, you're watching the carpenters, the metal guys, and so I said, well, man, I want it's time for me to branch out and become my own man. So
Okay.
the pathway that I took to becoming a general contractor
Yeah.
was to become an inspector.
Okay.
So I got on the regulatory side. I was an inspector for DC, and I began to learn the code, learn more technical aspects of building technology. And once I felt comfortable, once I felt like I knew what I knew,
Yeah.
I went on and jumped out there, man.
Got it.
The rest is history. I'm sure my partner Greg, he may have gave you some backstory about how we come together. And he kept saying, man, come do real estate. I was like, well, before I start investing, I want to actually understand the full process.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to go, man, and I'm going to do the inspection thing. So he jumped out there with the real estate, and he learned all of the financial strategies and started to prepare himself like that. And we kind of met in the middle. So he's getting hit in the head by the contractors. So like, man, you got come and look at this work.
You said this is gonna be
This
the
is
stackables
yes. So let me show you. Supply line hot and cold.
supply line hot and cold. Yeah.
So the supply line hot and cold, the waste drain, but then we had to put another drain down here for the pan.
Yeah.
So the washer and dryer will sit in the pan, but if the washer ever overflows, the pan catches it, then it runs off instead of flooding the basement. Instead of flooding the place.
Okay.
And
That's what that drain is.
Yes.
That white drain there.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's the same thing here. Downstairs we didn't technically. Nah, I'm in the bathroom.
Okay.
Downstairs we didn't technically need it.
Yeah.
Upstairs we did, but we put it in all 4 units. It's high now, but it's gonna be flush to the ground.
Yeah.
But if the toilet or anything floods,
Yeah.
the drain to catch it, it'll flood the entire area.
Gotcha.
Makes a difference.
Hey Jay, so tell me about this electrical panel here. Why did you guys put in a new one?
So we needed a full upgrade. They were upgrading the interior, and she was going. The owner wanted to go all electric, so
Okay.
we had to cut and cap the gas.
Yes.
Take all the gas, put out all the gas. Had radiators in here, so we had it. We took out the boilers, and we had an electrical water heater. So we up in doing that, we increased the usage, the demand for power.
Okay.
So we had to increase the size of the power coming in. So we chose just to appease the customer. These are new neutron panels. A lot of people may have never seen them because they're just coming out. They actually Neutron makes a smart panel where you can control the panel with your cell phone.
Oh wow.
This actually doesn't have the full capacity, but this is where we're going with this. So this panel will tell you, like if you have a short, a trip breaker or anything, they give you some insight as to why it tripped, and things like that, which is very, very helpful.
Gotcha.
In the long run, man, when you had trouble and stuff like that, you got electricity.
So if like the microwave short out something or the toaster short out something, it'll tell you exactly where it is. Okay.
It'll tell you what, so it gets a little technical, but it'll tell you like the arc fault with the power or the power surge, how much voltage came in, and it allow us, so we come in with multimeters and we got to test that manually, but it allow us to kind of like troubleshoot it off the break.
Gotcha.
And it captures the time and everything that occurred. So, it's like everything else, man. Technology is advancing, and so we go with state-of-the-art equipment, of course, because it supports our brand. And we put this type of stuff in. We had it occur. We giving people the latest and the greatest. Man, when that referral goes down, it's like, man, these guys here,
Yeah.
you know, so.
And then the bedroom number 2's in the back.
You got your kids in that man. That's hot right there. That's, no, I'm just saying, man. You know, you give them quality stuff, and you ain't got to keep running back and forth. You know what I mean? Oh, my situation out, man. I just put that situation in.
Yeah, you straight.
No.
And what's this here? For the people who don't know. Hot water heater?
Yeah.
Alright.
Electric hot water.
That's the first one I
And
seen.
then-
Short though.
Yeah, and then we put an expansion tank on it. We've seen a lot of people that are not doing expansion tanks.
Okay, let me come over there and get closer.
Exploding. So if you had an expansion tank, it was like the pressure built up too much. They're going again instead of going boom.
I don't have one.
So this
Yeah.
this here's the expansion tank?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need the blowout.
And this used to be the kitchen, but we moved the kitchen to the front of the house now.
This gonna be
Turn
like
to
a
bedroom.
solar little room or something. Yeah, yeah, that's
so a
it.
little bedroom.
And they gonna like that because the access to the yard, you know, communal little yard out there, everybody can sit. Yep.